Gather round, those who want to sit for long periods without back pain. I'll tell you the secret to sitting pain-free. Ready? Let's begin. Welcome everyone, and thank you for joining me here in my home and on my channel. I'm expert physiotherapist Sami Buraki KTM. In this video, I'll be sharing the secret to sitting for long periods without lower back pain, especially helpful for students, office workers, and long-distance drivers who often struggle with this issue. The truth is, it is possible to sit for longer without pain, and biomechanically, it all comes down to one simple rule. Once you apply it, you'll be able to sit comfortably for much longer. So, what's the rule? Let's start with a bit of physiology. When we stand, our spine has a natural curve, especially in the lower back, what we call the lumbar lordosis. This inward curve is essential. When it flattens, pressure increases on the discs, which can lead to bulging, herniation, and ultimately pain. Here's the problem. When we sit, that natural curve in the lower back tends to flatten out. That causes the discs to push backward toward the spinal canal, which increases existing pain or can even trigger new pain. The solution is simple. We need to maintain that natural curve in the lower back even while sitting. Here's the golden rule. When you're seated, your hips should be higher than your knees. Usually, in most chairs or car seats, your knees end up higher than your hips, and that's what flattens your lower back and leads to pain. The practical fix: place a cushion under your hips. From the side view, make sure your hips are positioned higher than your knees. You can also add a small pillow to support the curve in your lower back. There's no downside to that. This works in almost any chair, with or without built-in lumbar support. By keeping your hips above your knees, you preserve the natural curve of your spine and can sit pain-free for much longer. So, to apply this rule, we need something to elevate our hips: a cushion. Now, special cushions are made for this purpose, but you don't necessarily need to buy one. You can solve this with any pillow you can find or bring from home or the office. If you do want a ready-made option, you can certainly find them on shopping sites. Let's get practical. Here's what you do: place your cushion on the chair and sit on it. The goal is clear. Your knees must be lower than your hips. Check this from the side. If they're at the same level, you need more height. Either add another cushion or simply fold the one you have in half. In fact, folding a cushion in half creates a triangular shape, which is exactly how many specially designed seat wedges are built. The sole purpose is to tilt your pelvis forward to keep your knees down. Look at me now. Even in this chair with no lumbar support, because my knees are lower than my hips, I can sit for much longer without back pain. Why? Because the flattening of my lower back is eliminated, and that natural curve, just like when standing, begins to form. This simple change prevents your discs from being pushed backward into the spinal canal, allowing you to sit pain-free for extended periods. This is especially crucial for students who need to study for long hours. One extra tip: I also recommend using an additional small pillow to support that newly formed curve in your lower back. This acts as perfect lumbar support. And remember, friends, always sit upright. Be very mindful of your posture and alignment while you work. Combine this hip positioning with a straight back, and you've mastered the foundation of pain-free sitting. Now you've learned the secret to sitting for long periods without back pain. So, who should use this method? First and foremost, students. You spend hours listening to lectures or studying. I strongly advise you to integrate this technique into your daily life. And fortunately, we see patients complaining of back pain at very young ages. Make this a habit. The second group is long-distance drivers and travelers. Whether you're on a bus, plane, ship, or in your own car on a long journey, remember the key rule: hips higher than knees. Adjust your sitting position according to this simple principle. For those using automatic or adjustable seats, the seat settings alone may not be enough. Be sure to use a cushion for support. The third and largest group is those who work long hours at a computer. Whether at home or in the office, maintaining this position is vitally important. This way, you can focus for much longer without experiencing pain. Of course, as physiotherapists, we are not saying sit for very long periods. On the contrary, our general advice is be sure to stand up every 30 to 35 minutes, take a short walk, and move around. This allows the muscles in the area to work and regulates blood circulation. But if you must sit, sit correctly. If you are also someone who has to sit for long periods and have tried this method, please share your experiences with me in the comments. Your feedback is very valuable. In this video, I have shared with you the biomechanical secret to sitting pain-free for long periods. This method is based on the work of scientist Maligan, who included it in his own book, making it a scientifically grounded approach. I hope this content has been helpful to you. If you found it useful, I would be very happy if you support me by liking the video and subscribing to my channel. This is my greatest motivation to create better content for valuable viewers like you. Stay healthy, take good care of yourselves. Looking forward to seeing you in the next content. Goodbye.